What up was good? Top of the morning. Hope everybody feeling good out there. It's windy, not hot at all. Cloudy. I don't think the sun making an appearance today. It's gonna be all straight showers. And I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling. How y'all doing out there though? Make sure you like, subscribe, share the live. Only way to keep the page growing, feel me? Matter of fact, I'm about to share myself. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all share that bitch. Like, subscribe. I just got my Guru Dander whiten and gel pen from Amazon. It costs like $2 and change or some shit. I figured I'd spend my last $2 on it. I used the pulling oil before. I like that product. Cause you know that coffee, man, that shit start making your teeth look crazy. If you drink it a lot anyway. Daily. I drink coffee at months at a time. Like I might drink it for 3 months straight and then I don't drink it for the rest of the year. Or I'll wait until like the winter time come around, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I figured I'd get it, see what it do. You know what I mean? Cause I see it's a lot of whitening gels out there and shit. People be using. You know what I'm saying? And I figured I'd get this shit a try. I also like the joint, I think the purple shit I see people put on their teeth. That shit look like it worked. I might try that next. But yeah, this is vegan free. No, 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 no. I mean, it's vegan, cruelty free, which I believe means no animals was harmed in the process of creating this. Travel friendly. It's like a pen, throw it in your bag. Gluten free. Now you probably one of those people who never really looked into what gluten was because you really don't care. And the free of gluten it is, the better for you because you don't know what it is anyway. Welcome to the live, because I damn sure I never really looked into what that shit was. I know that shit's supposed to be like I think some type of fat or some type of ingredient that causes fat, maybe. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's gluten free and it's sugar free. I didn't even know they put sugar in stuff like this. Teeth whitening. I never. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I guess, especially if sugar is in toothpaste. I don't know if sugar is in toothpaste, but probably is. Anyway, yeah. So it's a quick and easy. Brush your teeth, wipe your teeth dry, apply apply a pit at the base to dispense a small bead of gel while maintaining a wide smile. Keep lips away from teeth. Apply a thin layer of gel on teeth. Keep the product on for 15 minutes, then rinse mouth thoroughly with water. And don't eat nothing for 30 minutes. Excuse me. Avoid swallowing. If more than a recommended amount of whitening is accidentally swallowed, seek medical help. Contact the poison control, which tells me that even though this shit is all that cruelty-free, vegan-free, travel-friendly, gluten-free, and sugar-free. Out of all that, this shit still ain't some shit that you could swallow. Just, you know what I'm saying? They clearly just said that shit. You gonna have to call the poison control, some stupid shit, which is wild. Like, it's free of all this shit, but yeah, fuck around, get poisoned. But yeah, I'm gonna see how this shit work. See how this shit work. Fuck it. I'm really not expecting too much of a effect because I mean the shit was only $2. Now don't get me wrong, if the shit worked for $2, shit's fantastic. Be my guest. But I just don't believe that, $2 is enough for this shit to really have an impactful effect. Like, oh wow. I don't I don't believe that. But if it do, it do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking it. Like I said, it's a good brand, good company. Like I said, they make the pulling oil and all that. And I had the pulling oil. Or other than that though, anything is Gucci. Yeah. Pro formula. Glad I got that one because it probably had one that was like beyond, not beyond, but below this level. Probably the regular one, but this say pro formula, so see what it do. Or, but yeah, it looked like one of them days, man. It's gonna be raining. Shout out to FFK in the building. Yo, make sure y'all hit that like, man. I see one like and I see 6 viewers. Can I please get a like from every viewer? Can I get some likes today? We got 8 viewers now. Can I get some likes? Can I get a like from 8 people? And subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, man. If you don't know now, you know this is probably the place where you won't want to come. You know what I'm saying? Talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. I talk about anything. Try not to talk about anyone. That ain't my style. You know. But every now and then I might have a topic around a specific incident or a specific person. But I'm not. That ain't my mo to be on here. Hey, today we're talking about. Yeah, I'm not with that shit. That ain't my style. Shout out to anyone who do that, but that ain't me. You know what I mean? I'm not that invested into reporting and talking about people as much. I don't fuck how much you get paid for the shit. I'm not that invested into doing that. Yeah. Word. But yeah, man. It looked like it's gonna just be a rainy ass day. It don't look like much going on. Don't look like much going on. Much going on. Me, I got some business to handle. That's why I'm outside right now, getting a little bit of air before I bust a few moves. So what's this? This July. July about to be over. It's about to be August in about what, another week? I'm not gonna hold you, bro. The summer ain't summering. I mean, the vibe, yeah. The Knicks one and all that. That was definitely a kick off the summer vibe. But I mean, like the weather wise, this has been like a. I mean, for the past few years, this shit been wicked. Weather been wicked, man. I ain't gonna front. Shit. It just seemed like today is like that shit is like showing. Like let's just say if I was asleep for years, I was in a coma, God forbid, and I woke up today. Came outside, looked out the window, and niggas told me, yo, we dead in the middle of July right now. I'm not gonna hold you. I wouldn't believe that shit. I'd have to go to a television, a calendar, because it just don't feel like that shit today anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about bring back them 100-degree days either. Don't get me wrong. Like keep us far away from them 100-degree days. I'm just saying. It seemed like past few years the temperature and the days that's usually hot, like them shit's kind of shifted, man. Shit, I remember when Easter's felt like 90 degrees. Feel me? Not this past Easter that just passed. Hell no, that shit wasn't no 90 degrees. I don't even think it was 70. Word. But yeah, man. Who we got here? Who we got here? Japanese. Shout out the Maki or Maki. Hope I said your name right. Who else we got in here? Alex. Aleks. Sound like Alex, but it's spelled Alex. Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up? Why? Why you? Yo, what's up with y'all? Yo, what's up with y'all, man? You be alright. Running up on me and all that. Oh, you in Chirac? Nah. Shout out to Chirac though. I ain't in Chicago. I ain't never been to Chicago, actually. I wouldn't mind going to Chicago. Shout out to Chicago. I'm in New York City, brother. OTF Charles Shiva. Sound like you from Chicago though. All right, shout out to Chicago, man. A couple people said it's just like New York though. I mean, ain't nowhere really like New York, but they say like the way it's kind of made, the trains, y'all got the trains, certain parts. I mean, shit. I know TV is TV, but a lot of those Chicago-based shows, them shits be looking like New York. Word. And they really do be in Chicago for a fact. But them shits be looking just like parts of New York City. Oh, you ain't from 63rd? Oh, all right. Yo, they really snuck up on me, B. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. Shit, man. I always wanted to go to Chicago to see a Bulls game when I was a kid. I mean, that's all I really knew Chicago for when I was young. Chicago Bulls. I think Oprah was from Chicago, or she her show was based in there. When I was young, I used to hear my moms and them talk about that shit. Like that's all I really paired Chicago with. Michael Jordan, Oprah, um, Kanye wasn't even out back then. I was as a kid. What else? Chicago, Chicago. And I knew in school, history. I knew that Chicago was one of them places where I think Al Capone, yeah, ran through and shit. Started prohibition and all that with the liquor and all that. I believe that. I believe that's somehow it went. I believe so. I think I remember it like that. But yeah, that's all I don't really know too much about Chicago. I knew that the poltergeist that was supposed to take place in Chicago. Yeah, I believe when it first come on, or either when it go off, like when it end, they show the Chicago skyline. So I knew that that movie was supposed to be like a based in Chicago, whether it was shot out there or not. But yeah, that's all I really, what I mean. I don't know too much about Chicago. I mean, I know of Vaughn. I don't know Vaughn like I know, know people. You know what I mean? I never met him, but I know of Vaughn. Yeah, I seen a homie Fabio with him and shit. They got some music and all that together, like everybody else seen. But I don't know, son, at all. Word. Shit, I don't know nobody from Chicago. Now that I think about it, I don't. I mean, I know of niggas, Keith Chief. Think one of them little niggas they think they killed. What was the little nigga name? Some shit, something Stain or Lil Mouse, some shit like that. Yeah, I ain't really too educated in they knowledge out there. I ain't even gonna hold you. I ain't gonna sit here and cap none of that. I don't really know too much, but yeah, I remember that little shit. Like as far as I think one of them dudes, FBG Duck. Yeah, he got murdered out there, something like that. I mean, everybody know Dirk. Yeah, everybody know Dirk. You can't even mention Chicago without mentioning Dirk, Reese, and all them niggas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know too much about their culture out there. Word up. I feel like nobody really knows unless you really experience that shit. I mean, you could know from reading or maybe even having motherfuckers that's in that you know what I'm saying, in that vicinity that's giving you like, information and shit like that. But until you really like you live that shit, till you slept in old block, you know what I'm saying, chilled and really like submerge yourself in that community, I don't really think you know, you don't really know. And that's everywhere. A motherfucker come to New York for 2 months and think, he knows shit. When it's like, bro, it take a lot longer for you to be in New York and soak this shit up. And a lot of places to go for you to actually feel like, oh nah, you know, I'm well versed in the New York culture and shit. You can't just visit for a little while. Sometimes not even a year. People stay places in states and countries for a year and think, they know what's going on. That's only 365 days. That's not a lot when you start to subtract that from like a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That's just a few days out of a whole entire lifetime. So, how much do you really know? How much have you really experienced in that short amount of time? 1 year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, niggas go to jail for multiple years, and even that shit don't stay the same. Word. I mean, the dynamics of it do, but as far as like who running shit, what niggas is on, the temperature, all that shit constantly changes. No matter how long you was in that motherfucker. Feel me? Unless you a lifer, then you probably feel like nah, this shit don't change. And you entitled to feel like that if you a lifer. Who the fuck am I to tell you a lifer that this shit changes? You've been here, you've been observing, you've seen many Christmases, spent many birthdays in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If anything, motherfuckers is listening to you more than anybody because you got the most amount of knowledge for niggas to tap into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wouldn't mind visiting Chicago. Glory Boys. Yeah, yeah, that's some Keith Chief in them, right? Shout out to Keith Chief. He said, son is a hoe. I mean, that's y'all politics. I don't know. I ain't gonna act like I know, feel me? And I'm definitely not one of them clown niggas that like just be jacking shit because the niggas around me jack shit and I want to feel like I'm down. I don't know. You know what I mean? You say what you say, and that's what you say. You know what I mean? I'm not going against it or with it. I just don't know about them politics out there. But yeah, Chicago. I've been to Texas before. Yeah, I've been to Texas before. I haven't been to the lit parts of Texas, and what I consider lit is like Dallas, Houston, um, shit like I ain't been there. Like I haven't seen that scene or experienced that. But I'd like to visit that part of Texas, Dallas. Um, See a nigga like me, I'm willing to go anywhere, bro. Because I realize that in life, everyone can't do everything with this amount of time we got. Like you just can't. You can't visit every single place in the world, every single city in the world. If you could visit every continent, as people have done that. But to like visit every single city within that continent and actually like experience that city, there ain't enough time for that. I don't think for human beings. The same way I feel like you can't learn everything. You could live 100 years, but you still can't consume every piece of knowledge. Like yo, I know everything because knowledge is always being created. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd fuck around, go to Alaska. Not too long though. I heard about them spiders out there, all that stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, just it's experience, man. Like I want to go to fucking Egypt, but last time I checked that shit was like 7 bands. I think for about 5 days round trip. I don't even think that shit was including the hotel. It might have been though, because usually when I travel, or I just even inquire about traveling somewhere, I book it up as far as like the flight and the hotel. Yeah, I'm not with that separate shit. We got to get this shit packaged up for real. Like I'm an American. Shit gotta come fully equipped. I ain't about to buy my plane tickets and then I gotta separately go cop a spot and then I gotta separately go do. You know what I'm saying? I need that shit to be grouped up. I need to know my whole entire trip gonna cost that amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It just makes it more easy for me, organized. When you spend your money in one place, it's easier to keep fucking track of that shit versus sending an invoice here, invoice there, invoice here, invoice there. You paying separate fucking taxes on those invoices, which adds up to a whole extra fee that you ain't even consider when you was planning. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I like my shit completely booked up, together, grouped up, whatever you want to call it. I ain't got no money for that other type of way. I think people who got that type of money could do that. Like just cop the plane tickets and then go cop a spot. Then they go cop they rental. Then they go cop they activities package wherever they at. You got money to do that shit. You could do that shit, but when you on a budget or you come from where I come from, the trenches, even when you got a little bit of something, you still gotta act like you ain't got a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that too. So yeah, I need my shit packaged up. I don't need no separate third parties. I gotta pay fourth parties. Then I gotta get a refund from one party. Keep track with them, call them up. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. Free the guys. Definitely free the guys, man. Shout out to my niggas that's behind the wall. Shout out to my nigga O. My nigga serving life right now. Shout out that nigga A Boogie. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. I don't think he got life, but he got some shit. I think 70 or 60, some shit like that. Definitely shout out my little brother. You know what I mean? He ain't got no life though. Hopefully not. Word. But yeah, everybody behind the wall, man. My cousin, DQ Taylor. Think he be home probably in another year. Free Ray Ray. My nigga. I know it's a couple other niggas that's probably in there that wasn't in there the last time I seen them. But I'm just assuming they could be in there right now, which is kind of sad. But I mean, that shit is realistic, bro. You know what I mean? Especially when you don't see a nigga for a minute, you could probably assume like it's either one or two things, and you ain't really trying to assume the second one. You heard? So you go with the first, like, yeah, this nigga probably booked. And usually that's what it is. Couple summers pass, nigga pop back up on the scene, social media, back outside, like, oh, you was booked? Yeah. Oh, all right, glad you home. Know what I mean? But I do got a couple motherfuckers that ain't here. For real, for real. God bless them. I mean, the older you get, I think the more you unlock the potential of having the ability to see things from perspectives that you couldn't see before because you just didn't have that experience, that wisdom, or even just that time. Things come with time. Certain times in your life you'll learn certain lessons or get certain things. But yeah, at this point, bro, I'm at this age where I'm thankful, I'm happy to be here. And in any way I can help, anything or anyone, I'm willing to do that. Because at the end of the day, I think the closer we get to the end of our journeys as humans, we understand what the journey, what the journey has. We don't know specifically for each and every one of us because we all got different ones. But we know what's the general things, the base things that most people got to go through to get to what they want in life. You know what I'm saying? And you start to appreciate that, and you also want to spread and kind of comfort those who who haven't reached those levels yet, to let them know, like, yo, it's gonna come a time where, you gonna, you gonna get certain shit that you ain't get before. You gonna learn certain shit you ain't learned before. And things is gonna work themselves out. Not that you promising a nigga gonna have a good life, cause you don't know that, but you know that things gonna usually work themselves out.
Don't rub his head again.
Yo, and
Don't
what
rub
you
his
mean
head again.
ill? Like, I'm always sweating. I'm always sweating. Be alright. Yeah, man. So my younger years, teenager, even early 20s, you tolerated a lot of shit you don't tolerate after a while. You look back at times when you like, yo, I let motherfuckers lie to me. like for real, I let motherfuckers lie to me. I knew at that fucking very moment motherfuckers was lying, but I accepted it. You know what I'm saying? You look back at times when you know the decision that you made, even at that time, wasn't the best decision to make, but you didn't have the experience, the wisdom, etc., to know with conviction, like, nah, this is not the fucking wrong. I mean, this is not the right move. This is the wrong move I'm making. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And if you lucky, you got less of those. Yeah, you got less of those because I think too many of those, that's what creates regret. That's a life of regret. When you got too many of those moments, like, damn, I should. But don't get me wrong, everybody got those. Not regrets, but they got those moments where, they seen in hindsight that they probably could have made the best decision at the time and didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's life. That's learning. Shit. That's fucking learning, man. It ain't really just about the fucking choice. It's about making the choice at the right time, making the right choice at the right time. That's what the shit really is about. Cause anybody can make a choice to do something or not to do it. But it's like at the right time is everything. You decide to go get a job at the right time. You know? You know summer coming, you try and bust it up, you need bread, shit like that. So it's like the right time is everything. Or you leave a job at the right time. Yo, it's over for me right here. I gave enough to what I could give to this company. It's time for me to move on. The right time, the right decisions at the right time, man. That's very important. And we don't always know that shit. We go with what we feel. The smart ones go with what they know, or both. You know what I'm saying? Word up. But yeah, man. Just wanted to holler at y'all for that little bit. I ain't been on here for a second. I just want to let y'all know I ain't neglecting y'all. I'm getting myself together. This is still real life, despite the everyday antics and shit we experience and see on the internet, and it's still real life. People still doing real things, and I'm just getting myself together for me to continue to come on here, pardon me, excuse me, and kick it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't get my shit together or keep my shit together, I can't continue to get on here and kick it with y'all. You feel me? So you know how that shit go. And shout out to all my viewers. I know y'all live in real life also. So whatever got y'all, motivated, keep that. Whatever business you gotta handle, whatever focus you trying to keep it. Because we all gotta get shit done. You know what I'm saying? It's life. And yeah, till next time, man. It's your boy, Fat Geronimo, even your mom.